In agile product development, teams often risk building solutions based on assumptions or technical requirements rather than actual user needs. That's where role-based story mapping comes in, a powerful and user-centric method that brings clarity, structure, and empathy to product planning. Unlike traditional story mapping that focuses on features or system functions, role-based story mapping organizes user stories around distinct user roles or personas. This approach helps teams better understand who their users are, what goals they're trying to achieve, and how the system can support them in completing real-world tasks. It shifts the conversation from what are we building to who are we building this for and what problem are we solving for them. The process begins by identifying the key user roles interacting with the system. These roles are typically based on research, observation, and input from stakeholders and customers. Common roles might include customers, administrators, content creators, support staff, or third-party partners. Once roles are defined, the team captures each role's high-level goals, what they ultimately want to accomplish through the system. These goals are then broken down into major activities such as create an account, approve requests, or monitor performance. Each activity is further decomposed into a sequence of tasks or user stories that represent specific actions a user takes to fulfill the activity. The stories are arranged horizontally in the order they happen, allowing teams to map the full journey of each role from start to finish. What makes role-based story mapping especially effective is its ability to reveal the product structure through the lens of each user type. This clarity helps agile teams identify functional gaps, missing edge cases, and inconsistencies that might go unnoticed when looking at the product from a purely technical perspective. It also helps surface opportunities to improve user experience, streamline workflows, and reduce unnecessary complexity. By organizing stories by role and then prioritizing them vertically, core, nice-to-have, or stretch goals, teams can create focused, meaningful roadmaps that deliver real value early and often. Another key advantage of this method is its flexibility in prioritizing and slicing work. For example, if the minimum viable product must serve the needs of a primary user, like a customer, the team can choose to first complete all essential stories for that role before expanding to others like admins or analysts. This role-based slicing allows for faster delivery of usable value and ensures that each role's workflow is functional from end to end in a given release. It also reduces the risk of partial disconnected features that don't provide any real benefit. As the product grows and evolves, role-based story mapping continues to serve as a valuable scaling and planning tool. In large or enterprise-level projects with many roles and complex systems, it becomes a living map that helps the team track which roles are fully supported and which need further development. It supports long-term product planning by making it easy to evaluate the impact of new features across all user types. During backlog grooming or sprint planning, teams can refer to the map to make more informed decisions about what to build next and who it benefits. This method also enhances team collaboration and stakeholder alignment. Since the story map is visual and organized around real-world behavior, it's easy for developers, designers, testers, product managers, and even non-technical stakeholders to engage in discussions using a common language. It becomes a central artifact for workshops, planning sessions, and design reviews. The shared understanding it creates reduces miscommunication, speeds up decision-making, and helps keep everyone focused on delivering outcomes, not just outputs. Take, for example, an e-commerce platform. A customer needs to browse items, compare products, place an order, and track delivery. An admin needs to manage inventory, approve discounts, and generate performance reports. A support agent needs to access customer history, handle complaints, and initiate refunds. Each of these roles has distinct goals, workflows, and pain points. Role-based story mapping allows the team to visually lay out each journey story by story, ensuring nothing gets missed and each user has a coherent, satisfying experience. It also helps the team recognize dependencies between roles, such as how a change in product pricing by an admin could impact the customer's checkout experience. So these can be addressed proactively. In conclusion, role-based story mapping is far more than a planning framework. It's a mindset shift toward user empathy, clarity, and alignment. By organizing work around real user roles and their goals, Agile teams can deliver value faster, reduce waste, and build products that people actually want to use. It supports better decision-making, enhances collaboration, and brings structure to complexity, making it especially useful in projects where multiple users interact with the same system in very different ways. When done well, this technique leads to smarter product design, smoother development cycles, and ultimately more successful outcomes for users and businesses alike.